What's up, champ? I'm Vince Monte of GeneExpressionTraining.com, and welcome to a new gym that I've joined here in Etobicoke. It's called Torque Barbell. I felt like this video is extremely relevant right now for the skinny guys out there that want to dramatically transform their body. I want to share two stories, one about my brother's bulking experience, one about my own, and I want to tell you guys the real secret, the truth about building lean muscle mass. There's a lot of bad information out there setting guys' expectations up off on the wrong start, all right? And I'm gonna just be honest here, guys. What I'm about to share is not for everybody, all right? Because if you wanna bulk up, guys, you have to be mentally prepared, all right? Nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about lean bulks. And guys, let me tell you something, first of all. There's no such thing as a lean bulk. That's just marketing. You're either bulking or you're not. The only guys preaching lean bulks are guys that are like 160 pounds, who aren't even close to their genetic potential, or juiced up dudes who are taking a ton of steroids. Those are the only two kinds of people out there who can experience lean bulks, all right? That first category is leaning towards like newbies, right? They'll experience a greater ratio of muscle to fat, but I challenge you to find one person out there that's lean bulking successfully, that's not a newbie, and that is, that is not on steroids, all right? If you can name one person, go for it and drop their name in the comment section below. All right, to bulk up, it's kind of like building a house. All right, you have to have two things present. You need workers and you need supplies. All right, it requires these things to be present on a day in and day out basis. We can't tell the workers, which would be the equivalent of your your protein sparing nutrients, your carbs and your fats, plus your building blocks, your protein, to say, hey guys, we're gonna go on a vacation for a couple weeks. Or you know what, we're gonna go work on this project for a couple weeks. The workers are gonna be like, what the heck's going on here? Are we coming? Are we going? Are we trying to build this house or what? It requires a mindset of focus, all right? And you know what the definition of focus is? It's follow one course until successful, all right? And this is the mentality guys don't have anymore. They can't stay focused on one goal, and they can't win at that goal. You know what the definition of win is? You guys should write this one down. What's important now? All right, a lot of you skinny guys, what's important now is to add muscle to your frame. It's to get bigger. All right, a lot of you guys are thinking about cutting. You have no business cutting. Like my buddy Scott Abel says, you can't sculpt a pebble. You guys need to dedicate a substantial amount of time to adding mass to your frame. And you know how long that takes? It's not a 12-week program. It's literally 6 months to 2 years. And that's why most of you might not be ready to bulk up, because you're not ready to commit to providing the supplies and providing the workers. What are the supplies? Those are the tools you need to stimulate and build, and that would be like your program, right? If you don't have any of my programs, that would be a good start, because I'm gonna show you how to stimulate, and then you're gonna learn how to eat, which is gonna help you build. But again, a lot of you guys are asking silly questions like, well, what about cyclical bulking? Well, what about it? You have to bulk up before you even start asking about when should I start cutting this fat off that comes along with the territory of bulking, all right? We'll discuss that in a couple months from now. Right now, you have zero business asking about what to do in a couple months from now until you add a solid 30, 40 pounds to your frame. How much exactly should you bulk up before you start even thinking about going the opposite direction and stripping off the fat? I like teaching guys that you need to overshoot your goal rip look by 20 to 25 pounds. So if you want to be like a shredded 200 pounds, you need to bulk up to 220 to 225. That's going to take time, all right? And you have to be all in. Building muscle is hard enough. If you're like, you know, going in this direction and then going in this direction, you're never going to achieve your ultimate goal. You're never going to look dramatically different. So you got to get this whole idea of lean bulking out of your head. It doesn't exist. You can't control the outcome. You can only control what you can control, which is providing the building blocks and providing the stimulus, all right? And then you just have to embrace the process. It is what it is. And you have to understand that bulking is a season of your life. We're not gonna bulk up forever. You're not gonna be challenged with like eating on a regular basis, a lot of food forever. But if we commit the next 6 months to 2 years to this process, you will look dramatically different. You will have a lot of size on your body where people go, holy crap, good for you. And that's very similar to my own story. I went from 149 to 190 back in 2002. And when I told my mentor, hey, how much muscle I'm gonna build. He said, I have no idea. All you can control is being in bulk mode. You're in bulk mode, and that's all you worry about. There's no such thing as being in a lean bulk or a clean bulk. Again, it's all BS. You're either bulking or you're not. Your body will dictate what ratio of muscle to fat you gain. That's based on genetics. All you can do is provide the materials and see what happens, all right? So I want to also share my brother's story. My brother, Michael Del Monte, he was a former track and field star, and he's been watching this whole bodybuilding world through the lens of a camera as a documentary filmmaker, and he's been fascinated with seeing how much muscle he can build. And this past summer, he hired my coach, Coach Ryan Family. He worked with me in the gym for mechanics, and he also hired a meal prep company to have all of his meals ready to go so that he had the supplies he needed to build his body. So Mikey was asking, how much muscle do you think I'm gonna build over the next 12 weeks? I want it to be mostly muscle. I was like, Mikey, you can't control that. The only guys that can control that are guys who are taking steroids. I said, all you can control is being in the gym on a regular basis and providing your body with the building blocks. He says, okay, let's do this. So, as you can see right here, here's his before picture, 160 pounds, 160 pounds. Here's his after picture. Looks like two different people, right? I mean, my brother's already got the best looks in the house, but now with the muscle, he's like, Mikey's living the dream now. So Mikey gained 20 pounds in 12 weeks. And if you look at these pictures, you'll be like, it looks like he gained mostly muscle, wouldn't you say? It looks like it was mostly lean gains, but you'll be shocked by the numbers. You know what the DEXA showed? He only gained 4 pounds of muscle. Of the 20 pounds he gained, only 4 pounds was muscle. The other 16 pounds was fat. All right? We know this. This is an irrefutable fact because the DEXA doesn't lie. And we're like, holy cow, if he got all caught up in the whole, like, I only want to build muscle, not fat, he wouldn't have committed to the process. He probably wouldn't even gain those 4 pounds. He may have gained 1 or 2 because he started getting freaked out because he's trying to control the outcome, and you can't control the outcome. That's the truth about building lean muscle. It takes time. You can't control the outcome. You can't lean bulk. All you can do is bulk or not bulk. All right? So I know that was a lot of information, but I feel like a lot of guys are getting misled right from the get-go. These guys are like, they're bulking for 2-3 weeks, and then they're like, shoot, I got to cut now. Dude, if you want to dramatically transform your body, you got to get mentally prepared. 6 months to 2 years. And again, we'll save 2 other topics I want to talk about in other videos because this is getting a little long. One of those topics is on like biofeedback, like how do you know when to maybe pull back calories for a bit to reset, sensitize insulin, testosterone, some other things, hormones. That's very individual. That's known as cyclical bulking. But I'll just give you a heads up. It's a longer period than you would think. All right. A lot of people are like starting to do these cuts like way too soon. All right. So they're never real. It's like they're making a little progress and then they're pulling themselves back. And it's like the worker analogy, building the house analogy. The workers don't know what the heck's going on here. Can you just decide on what you want to do here? All right. Another thing I want to talk about is how to stabilize your new weight. A lot of guys bulk up, but then they don't stabilize their new weight. And we can talk about that in another video if you'd like as well. Let me know in the comment section below. So let's wrap this video up. What do you guys want me to cover in future videos? Let me know in the section below in terms of bulky and lean muscle mass. And because you've watched this video all the way to the end, I want to give you a resource. I want to give you guys my 3,500 calorie bulking meal plan. For those of you guys who say, you know what, I'm done with all this like BS, like starting, not finishing, not really seeing any real progress. I'm committed. I'm going to commit a season to my life to bulking. It's gain season. Like we are going to add some real size to the body, 30, 40, 50 pounds. All right, I'll worry about the cutting down the road. Right now, I got to solve this first problem of just being scrawny. All right, if you want a 3,500 calorie meal plan, click the link above me or the first link in the description. It'll take you to a page. Just put your first name in, your best email address, and it's 100% free, no catches. All right, send it to you right away, and you can download that and you can print it off and start following it. All right, and the name of the game with building size is just to provide those nutrients. So you can't miss meals. You've got to be committed to this. All right, this is not for everybody. It's for serious guys only. All right, but I can promise you that you'll gain size and you'll keep it if you do it right and if you give it the time it needs. All right, none of this like fluctuating up and down, never really looking different. All right, again, the only guys that promote lean bulks are guys that have not even come close to their genetic potential. They're newbies or they're taking drugs. Everybody else, we've got to take the long and hard road. But let me tell you, it's worth it, because you're gonna get the compliments, you're gonna get the affirmation, people are gonna notice, you're gonna feel good about yourself because you saw this goal through to completion. For once in your life, you saw a goal to the finish line, and that's what it takes. All right, guys? If you guys need a training program to commit to building your body, I'll put a link in the description below as well to No Nonsense Muscle Building 2.0, my best muscle building program, used by literally tens of thousands of guys who rave about it. All right, I think that's it. This has been a long video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to give it the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. You'll be first in line for new content. Vinny's bringing it at you better than ever. I'm trying my best. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.